My number 7 moment from the 2024 F1 season is when McLaren almost imploded during the Hungarian Grand Prix. On lap 45 of the Hungarian Grand Prix back in July, the McLarens were running 1-2 in the race with Oscar Piastri in P1, 2 seconds ahead of Lando Norris in P2, and both drivers needing to make one final pit stop. Because their drivers were so close together, McLaren could not pit both of them on the same lap without Lando losing time waiting behind Oscar in the pits. Accordingly, McLaren decided to pit Lando first in order to cover off Lewis Hamilton in P3 and then pit Oscar second. Doing it this way gave McLaren the best chance at the 1-2 finish they craved, but there was a small problem. Pitting Lando first was effectively handing Lando the race lead from Oscar because of how strong the undercut was that day, but McLaren weren't worried because they had a plan. Lando will be told to hand the race lead back to Oscar at his earliest convenience so that Oscar could get his first ever Formula One victory. This made sense to all of us watching at home because it would only be fair. Oscar would still be leading the race if McLaren had pit him first, so Lando should be a good teammate and hand first place back to Oscar, considering Oscar only lost it by helping Lando get P2. But someone this whole situation did not make sense to? Lando Norris, who refused to let Oscar through lap after lap after lap, despite a bunch of guilt trips from McLaren, including them telling him to do the right thing. Dramatic. It got to a point where we all legitimately thought that Lando was going to disobey team orders and steal the race win for himself until he reluctantly let Oscar through on lap 68 of 70. It was Oscar's landmark first ever F1 victory, but honestly, we all remember the 2024 Hungarian Grand Prix more for this than that.